Hey, everybody. Let me turn this off. Hey, everybody. It's so good to see you guys tonight. All right. Let me go in and say hello to everybody. I know a lot of people are watching the Turtle Island, so hopefully they'll come in after or watch the replay. Hello, Tiny Treasure. Good to see you, honey. Hope you're doing well. Hello, crazy lady, not crazy. Good to see you, honey. Hope you're doing well. Hi, hippie grandma. And rapper, we don't deal with negativity, so bye bye. Have a good one. Anyway. Thank you guys so much for being in here. Make sure you guys hit that like. Tonight we are going to always go over what we're going to go over for. You're welcome, honey. I always go over what we're going to go over for our live. Because a lot of people are on their phones and tablets and stuff and have a hard time seeing. So I always go over what we're going to do. We're going to talk about the life of Prince, the singer, not Prince in England. Some people get confused. The singer Prince. Tonight we're going to be talking about the life of Prince. What impact did he have on a lot of people's lives besides a famous singer? What else did he do with his life? R.I.P. to a legend. Your music will live on. Hashtags Prince, Purple Rain, singer, famous, inspiration, motivation, encouragement, biography, positivity, gone but never forgotten, music, musician, awareness, and legend. And I've got my Purple Rain shirt on, guys. I don't know if you guys can see it. See? Pink fan, so which she'll probably watch a replay, which is fine. Pink fan, if you're watching this replay, you reminded me to wear it, girl. You reminded me to wear it, so I did. All right, guys. Now I told you guys if there's a singer and I can find their song in karaoke that I would try. All right, babe, thank you. I would try my best to find a song that he sings. So I did find a song. I'm going to try my very best. Hopefully I don't screw it up too bad or nothing. And then we will pull up the biography about Prince and what he did with his life and if he had any children or anything like that. So thank you guys so much for being in here. All right, let me turn this off, guys. I'm going to try my very best to sing this song. This is kind of a difficult one, but I really, really like this song, so hopefully I do not, I do it justice. I try, okay? All right, let me turn this off. All right, guys. Well, give me just a minute. I think everybody knows this song, but I just love this song. Okay, guys, put a 1 in chat. Let me know. Yeah, I think so, hippie grandma. Let me know if you guys can hear it, okay? I never meant to cause you any sorrow. I never meant to cause you any pain. I only wanted one time to see you laughing. Only wanted to see you laughing. In the purple rain, purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Only wanted to see you bathing in the purple rain. I never wanted to be your wicked lover. I only wanted to be some kind of friend, hey. Baby, I could never steal you from another. It's such a shame our friendship had to end. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Only want to see you underneath the purple rain. Honey, I know, times are changing. Oh, it's time we reach out for something new. That means you too. You say you wanna be a leader, but you can't seem to make up your mind. I think you better close it and let me guide you to the purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Oh, you know what I'm talking about up in here, raise your hand, yeah. I only want to see you, only want to see you in the purple rain. Hey Mermaid, good to see you, honey. Hope you're doing well. Hey Mama Pia. Hey Sunshine, good to see you, honey. Hope you're doing well. This is the instrumental, but since he's no longer with us, I'm just going to keep on playing. I hope that's okay, guys. There we go, guys. I wanted to finish out that instrumental because it is Prince. So, all right. So let me turn this off. Oh, Sunshine, I hope you feel better, sweetheart. My allergies are absolutely driving me crazy. My eyes are itching, and oh Lord, it's terrible. This season change is terrible, guys. All right, so let me pull up the information that we have. Let's see. All right, guys. Well, all right. Trying to make it a little bit better. Okay. This is from biography that I always use on when we talk about these important people that's made a difference in a lot of people's lives. And I know that his music, in my opinion, I know that his music has made a massive impact in a lot of people's lives. A lot of people. So that's why, he is definitely a legend, a music legend, guys. All his music was great, every bit of it. But I have to say my favorite was the Purple Rain. All right, it says American musician Prince achieved worldwide fame in the 1980s with 1999 and Purple Rain. The latter album also served as the soundtrack for the popular film of the same name. I haven't seen that film, but I'm very interested in seeing it. And there's Prince. All right. It says 1958 to 2016. Who was Prince? And I love this because we find out all kinds of new, interesting information about people that you never really knew. You really didn't know much about them. Like you thought you did, but then you wind up, I love this because you wind up knowing more about them. All right. It says, who was Prince? Prince's early music career saw the release of Prince Dirty Mind and Controversy, which drew attention for their fusion of religious and sexual themes. He then released the popular albums 1999 and Purple Rain, cementing his superstar status with #1 hits like When Doves Cry. I love that one too. It's good. And Let's Go Crazy, a 7-time Grammy winner. Prince had a prodigious output that included later albums like Diamonds and Pearls, The Gold Experience, and Musicality. He passed away on April the 21st, 2016 from an accidental drug overdose. Early life. Famed singer, songwriter, and musical innovator. Prince was born Prince Rogers Nelson of June the 7th, 1958 in Minneapolis, Minnesota. His parents were John Nelson, a musician whose stage name was Prince Rogers, and Maddie Shaw, a jazz singer who performed with the Prince Rogers Band. Wow. So both of his parents was singers. Hi, Miss Sunshine. Hi, darling. Prayers for you, sweetheart. I hate that you're not feeling good, honey. Prince became interested in music at a young age and taught himself how to play the piano, guitar, and drums. His parents broke up when he was about 10, and he and his sister split their time between their parents' homes. He eventually ran away and moved in with the neighbors, the Anderson family. In high school, Prince formed the band Grand Central, later known as Champagne, with Andre Anderson, who later changed his name to Andre Simone, and Morris Day. In 1978, Prince was signed to Warner Brothers Records. In a 2009 interview with Tavis Smiley, Prince revealed that when he was a child, he suffered from epileptic seizures and that he was teased in school. Wow. He told Smiley, early in my career, I tried to compensate by being as flashy and as noisy as I could. And he definitely was, but in a great way, guys, in a great way. The 80s, Purple Rain and Beyond. With his band The Revolution, Prince went on to create the classic album Purple Rain 1984, which also served as the soundtrack to the film of the same name, grossing almost $70 million at the U.S. box office. Co-starring Apollonia Couture and Day, the movie garnered an Academy Award for Best Original Song Score. Its McConnelly title track reached #2 on the Billboard Hot 100, while the hits When Doves Cry and Let's Go Crazy both reached #1. While Crazy readily joined the pantheon of wild electrifying rock songs Dove Cry had one-of-a-kind signatures displaying an otherworldly meld of electric and funk elements without a traditional chorus. The soundtrack offered two other hits, I Would Die For You and Take Me With You. Prince simultaneously became a well-known visual icon with his trademark curls, flowing jackets, and ruffle attire with punk embellishments. Aww. Darling Nikki was another tune from Purple Rain that incited controversy due to explicit visuals. After Senator Al Gore's wife, Tipper Gore, bought the album for their daughter and listened to the track, she eventually pushed for the album to sport labels that warned parents of graphic lyrics. Hello, dear Digger Duck. It's good to see you, sweetheart. I hope you're doing well. 1985 saw the release of Around the World in a Day, which had the top 10 tracks Raspberry Beret, a whimsical mid-tempo tune, and Pop Life. The record continued to feature Prince's penchant for playing a range of instruments and desire to impart messages of self-love, as seen as Paisley Park, a track inspired by the name of his Minneapolis home. I can't never say that right, but y'all get what I was saying. Home and studio. In 1986, Prince released his 8th studio album, Parade, which included his pulsating #1 pop R&B single, Kiss. Parade served as the soundtrack for the artist's second film, Under the Cherry Moon, which he directed and starred in. And there's more Prince. Career takes off, controversy in 1999. In 1978, Prince dropped his debut album, For You, which was followed by Prince in 1979. He played practically all the music in... Lord, I'm sorry, guys. My eyes are giving me a fit. He played practically all of the instruments on the albums, and the sophomore release contained his first top 20 pop hit, the easygoing I Want to Be Your Lover. The critically acclaimed Dirty Mind dropped in 1980, consisting of material that was graphic in its exploitation of sexuality and fantasy. Controversy. 1981 continued playing with themes of its predecessor, as seen with the dance-oriented title track, which reached #3 on the R&B charts, as well as Like Sexuality and Do Me Baby. Yet as Prince continued to develop his career, he would also be known for tracks that had deep spirituality with a yearning for majesty and wonder. The singer found international success with the release of his 1982 album, 1999, which included the top 20 title track, an extinguished synth funk ode about nuclear doomsday, as well as the top 10 hits Little Red Corvette and Delirious. Sign of the Times Batman soundtrack. After disbanding of the Revolution, Prince was able to consolidate various shelved projects into what ultimately became the double album of Sign of the Times 1987, with the title track reaching #3 on the pop charts and #1 in R&B. The album was known for its stark commentary on social issues, yet also contained fun jams like You Got the Look, a raucous duet with Scottish singer Sheena Easton that reached #2 on the pop charts. He had previously penned the lavishly charged pop/R&B hit Sugar Walls from her 1984 album A Private Heaven. Sign was easily among Prince's most critically acclaimed albums, yet its sale lagged in the U.S., finding more of the audience in Europe, where the artist launched a successful tour. Maintaining a prodigious output, Prince released Love Sexy in 1988, known for its album cover and featuring the photo of an artist in the nude, as well as top 5 untempo R&B hit Alphabet Street. By the time he released his 11th studio album, the soundtrack to Batman 1989, Prince had become one of America's most commercially successful pop artists. Continuing making waves on the chart, Batman offered up the #1 romp Bat Dance, as well as the top 5 R&B hit Party Man. The video for Bat Dance famously featured Prince in split effect makeup and costuming meant to symbolize both the film's shadowy hero and his craves nemesis, the Joker. Yes, happy birthday, Mama Pia, again. We love you, darling. The early 90s, the new power generation. The early 1990s marked the launch of the new power generation, Prince's latest band that featured a blend of contemporary R&B, hip hop, jazz, and soul, along with the vocals of Rosie Gaines. The group was first called out in the soundtrack of Graffiti Bridge, a 1990 sequel to Purple Rain that didn't fare well at the box office, yet still yielded the top 10 tracks, Thieves in a Temple. With the NPG's artistic contribution, Prince found success with his album Diamonds and Pearls in 1991, which rose to number 3 on the Billboard 200 album chart. Diamonds included the romantic title ballad, The Industrial Strength, Get Off, the playful Payne and Stable, and the saucy number 1 single, Cream. Okay. I don't know some of these, but I've heard some of them. Prince's work with MPG continued to unshamefully toy with ideas around sexuality, gender norms, and the body. To promote the album, Prince had appeared in the 1991 MTV Video Music Awards to do a live performance of Get Off, echoing parts of the track's music video. The performance featured an array of dancers and musicians in an onstage bacchanal, with the artist famously turning around towards the end of the song to show off his seatless pants. Wow. Okay. In the fall of 1992, Prince had signed a record $100 million deal with Warner Brothers, which considered the largest recording and music publishing contract in history at the time, and allowed him to freedom to pursue TV, film, book, and merchandising deals separately. As a comparison, fellow industry giants Michael Jackson and Madonna had 60 million plus contracts that were all inclusive. And there's some more of Prince, guys. It says Prince performing at the 2004 Grammy Awards. Collaborations. Provocative performances aside, Prince had well established himself as an in-demand collaborator and behind-the-scenes player whose songs were remade by the other artists. In the mid-'80s, Chaka Khan released an emboldened, highly successful cover of his 1979 tune, I Feel For You, while Sinead O'Connor's biggest hits was Prince's Nothing Compares to You. The Art of the Noise and Tom Jones reached the UK top 5 in 1988 with a remake of Kiss, and Alicia Keys covered How Come You Don't Call Me Anymore on her own 2001 debut. Prince also worked with specific album tracks for performers like Con Madonna, Tevin Campbell, Kate Bush, and Time, Martika, Patti LaBelle, and Janelle Monáe. He was behind the girl group Vanity Six, led by singer-actress Vanity, and their number 1 dance hit, Nasty Girl, and he sent a song to the all-women's band, The Bangles, that they would record to great effect, reaching number 2 with the lush ode to a stressful workday, Manic Monday. Oh, I didn't know that. That's pretty interesting. In 1992, Prince and the new power generation released Love Symbol album. Though embraced by some critics, sales did not fare as well as Diamonds. Love only managed to have 1 top 10 hit, the transcendent single 7. Though My Name is Prince and the Colonel Sexy MF garnered some attention as well. The following year, Prince released the compilation box set The Hit/the B-Sides, which had an array of popular songs as well as newly released Pink Cashmere, a tender number sung in falsetto. This is Prince's symbol, guys. Like, everybody's kind of curious about Prince's symbol. Well, this goes over what it means, maybe. I'm interested in it. I'm sure you guys are too if y'all don't know already. Prince's symbol, the artist formerly known as Prince. The lack of success for Love Symbol album created tension between Prince and his record label Warner Brothers. Over the ensuing years, the singer's career went through the roller coasters of up and downs. Turned off by the feeling controlled by his label, Prince changed his name to the unpronounceable Glyph. Oh, Gilf? Looks like Glyph. Oh. In 1993, a fusion of female and male astrological symbols, which he used until 2000. During that time, he was more frequently referred to as the artist formerly known as Prince, and his new symbol was not embraced by most fans. He also started making appearances with the word slave drawn on the side of his face, meant to convey the great disdain he had for his label. Prince did release the 1995 album The Gold Experience during this time of duress and scored another top 5 song with The Most Beautiful Girl in the World. Once he was released from all the contractual obligations to Warner Brothers, Prince released the triple album fitting entitled Emancipation 1996, which went on to become a certified platinum and featured the soul remake Betcha by Golly Wow. Several other albums affiliated with his MPG label soon followed, including Crystal Ball 1998 and Rave You Into the Joy Fantasy 1999. Musicology, Super Bowl, and more accolades. Sorry. After several years of relative obscurity, Prince returned to the limelight in 2004 to perform a Grammy Awards with Beyonce Knowles. The same year, he was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which is awesome. That spring, he released Musicology with a tour that became the top concert drawn in the United States. The album won 2 Grammys and added another dreamy ballad, Call My Name, to the Prince canon. His next album, 3121, was released in 2006. That year, he performed Song of the Heart for an animated film, Happy Feet, and won a Golden Globe Best Original Song for the composition. In 2007, he performed during the Super Bowl XL, I don't know, I'm not good at those type of numbers, but halftime show on a massive stage shaped as his famous symbol amid pouring rain. The event was watched by 140 million fans. 2010 was the year of accolades for Prince. He not only was lauded by Billboard as the greatest Super Bowl performer ever, but he was also featured in Times Magazine 100 Most Influential People in the World and earned a Lifetime Achievement Award from the BET Awards. He ended the year with an induction into the Grammy Hall of Fame. Wow. Prince also continued to deliver the fruits of his studio efforts with Planet Earth 2007, Lotus Flower 2009, and a joint deal with the Daisy Mirror 2010, which was in 2010. There's some more. Prince performing during the Super Bowl XL1 halftime show in Miami, Florida. Opposition to changing industry model. With the advent of the internet and primary force for distributing music, Prince was against the trend of having songs shared at will on the web. He railed against the idea of providing his songs to online music platforms without proper upfront compensation and profit sharing, with his tracks eventually only found on the Jay-Z-backed stream service Tidal. One of the few pop artists who have a full ownership of his masters, he was diligent with Web Sheriff in erasing examples of his music, including videos and live performances from the internet. He was thus behind the Lens versus Universal musical group case, which unsuccessfully pushed for the YouTube removal of Baby Dancing to Let's Go Crazy. Wow. Prince continued to take political stands with his performances as well. On May the 2nd, 2015, Prince staged a dance rally for peace at Paisley Park to pay tribute to Freddie Gray, a 25-year-old African-American who died in police custody after his arrest in Baltimore, and to show support for the activists protesting his death. Was his backup band, Third Eye Girl. Prince performed a 41-minute concert, including his protest song, Baltimore, which was inspired by Gray's death. Wow. Death. On April the 21st, 2016, Prince was found dead at Paisley Park compound in Minnesota. The week prior, his plane made an emergency landing, and the singer was hospitalized for what was purposely a severe case of the flu. The reports later stated that the musician was actually given a life-saving safe shot for a Percocet overdose. The Carver County Sheriff's Department and Midwest Medical Examiner's Office launched an investigation into the cause of death. After the autopsy was performed, his remains were cremated, and his close family and friends gathered for a small private funeral on April the 23rd. Almost 2 weeks after the musician's death, a lawyer revealed that Dr. Howard Cornfield, a California based physician who specializes in treatment for those dependent upon an addiction to pain medicine, had been called upon by Prince's team to aid the musician. The performer had undergone hip surgery some years earlier and was believed to have endured recurring discomfort while giving concerts. Cornfield's son had reportedly flown to Prince's compound to annotate the recovery process and was among those who found him dead. While Prince's state of health and at the time of his death is unknown, attorney William Mousy said the artist was dealing with a grave medical emergency when Cornfield was called, as reported by the Minneapolis Star Tribune. On June the 2nd, 2016, the Midwest Medical Examiner's Office released results of the investigation, which determined that Prince died from an accidental overdose of self-administered fentanyl and synthetic opiate. Wow. I was able to get, I don't want to share it because it does have his personal information on it. But here in a few minutes, I was able, when I clicked on this, I mean, you guys can go on this, it's biography.com, and then you can type in Prince. But when I clicked on the results of the investigation, it pulled up, supposedly, like, I don't know if this is 100% his or not, but supposedly it is his, oh gosh, what is it called? The paper where it tells you that you passed away from, not the death certificate, but like the results or something like that from after they have an autopsy. Tributes to profoundly unique artists poured in from the fans across the globe, as if evidenced by impromptu memorials and celebrations of his work, with love especially hailing from the city where Prince was born and continued to live. Thousands of mourners sang Purple Rain in downtown Minneapolis on the night of his death. His Minnesota home studio, Paisley Park. Let me see if I can click on that. I don't know if I can or not. Just kind of curious what it looks like. Let's see. There, that's Paisley Park, guys. That's Paisley Park right there. Right. I was just kind of curious what it looked like. It says officially opened its doors in the museum in October 2016. The following month, his first posthumous song, Moonbeam Levels, was released. Additionally, production began on a documentary about the singer's early years entitled Prince, Are You Listening? On April 19th, 2018, Carver County concluded its 2-year investigation with the announcement that no criminal charges would be filed in Prince's death. Attorney Mark Mess said that it was unknown who supplied the musician with the fentanyl-laced pills that killed him, and that there were no evidence that any associates knew he was ingesting such a dangerous substance. Wow. There's no doubt that the actions of individuals around Prince will be criticized and judged in the days and weeks to come, Mess said. But suspicions and innuendo are not sufficient to bring criminal charges. Personal life. Prince was extremely private about his personal life and preferred to spend time at his Paisley Park compound, away from the celebrity spotlight. In the 1980s, Prince had a long on and off relationship with singer-songwriter Susanna Melvoin, the twin sister of Wendy Melvoin, and a guitarist in Prince's band in the Revolution. He was also romantically involved with drummer extraordinaire Sheila E. The two worked together on her albums The Glamorous Life, featuring the top 10 pop and R&B title track, The Romance 1600, and Romance 1600, showcasing the single I Love Bizarre. On Valentine's Day 1996, Prince married backup singer and dancer Maddie Garcia. The couple had a son who was born on October 16, 1996, and died a week later from Pfeiffer syndrome, a rare genetic disorder. Prince and Garcia divorced in 1999. Oh, bless his heart. Bless his heart. In 2001, Prince married his second wife, Manuel Testolini, who had been employed by one of his charitable organizations. Their marriage ended in 2006. After the divorce, he had a relationship with one of his musical prodigies, singer Brian Valentini. Like I might show the coroner's report, but I'm going to like scroll up where it doesn't have his information. I could probably do that. Religious faith, Jehovah Witness. During the same year as his wedding to the Testolini, Prince was also became a Jehovah Witness, embracing the faith after years of study. He was raised in the Seventh-day Adventist. His mentor as a witness was bassist Larry Graham, who had played with Sly and the Family Stone and thus was also a major musical influence. Prince was believed to have taken part in what referred to as field service for his faith, having once visited a Jewish couple in Eden Prairie, Minnesota, and leaving behind a copy of the Witness publication, The Watchtower. His language and performance sensibilities changed somewhat, with his fans questioning how some of the conservative aspects of his religion gemmed with the explicit nature of his past songs, contradicting the rock/soul persona. Others have pointed out that the Prince has historically had songs that were clearly Christian in nature, as seen with the latter, The Holy River, the Cross, and God. The gospel beside to the single Purple Rain. The Beautiful Ones, Memoir and Tribute. In March of 2016, it was announced the pop superstar was working on a memoir, tentatively titled The Beautiful Ones, according to Billboard magazine. Prince spoke to an audience at the music industry event about the memoir. This is my first book. My brother Dan, co-writer Dan Penbrink, is helping me with it. He's a good critic, and that's what I need. He's not a yes man at all, and he's really helping me get through this. We're starting from the beginning, from my first memory, and hopefully we can go all the way up to the Super Bowl. Although the artist passed away shortly afterwards, his collaborators continued to work on the project. In October 2019, Penguin Random House published a 279-page The Beautiful Ones, combining Prince's unfinished manuscript with photos, scrapbook, and lyrics. The following spring, CBS aired Let's Go Crazy, the Grammy salute to Prince on the 4th anniversary of his death, hosted by comedian and actress Maya Rudolph. The special featured an all-style lineup of musicians performing the artist's classic hits. Highlights included John Legend delivering a soulful version of Nothing Compares to You, Chris Martin and Susanna Hoffs teaming up for the delicate redemption of Manic Monday, and Dave Grohl and the Foo Fighters pumping out their hard rock cover of Darlene Nikki. This is a quick facts. Name Prince, birth year 1958, birth date June 7th, 1958, birth state Minnesota, birth city Minneapolis. I can't never say that right, guys. I apologize. Birth country United States, gender male, best known for American musician Prince, achieved worldwide fame in the 1980s with 1999 and Purple Rain, the latter album also serving as the soundtrack for the popular film of the same name. Industries is rock and pop. Astrological sign is Gemini, death year 2016, death date April 21st, 2016, death state Minnesota, death city Hassan, death country is United States. And here's some of his quotes, guys. Quotes, am I black or white? Am I straight or gay? Controversy. You just keep doing stuff and it gets stacked up and drives you crazy and you don't know what to do about it. Studies show that things like regret, not being able to forgive other people, that's what causes cancer. It piles up and you get irritable. I'm no different to anyone. Yes, I have the fame and wealth and talent, but I certainly don't consider myself any better than anyone who has no fame, wealth, or talent. People fascinate me. They're amazing. Life fascinates me, and I'm no more fascinated by my own life than by anyone else's. You know, Purple Rain was more or less like a fever pitch type feeling of all the time. People at the hotel wedding, crowds everywhere we went, just crazy. Hello, Riff. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well, brother. I know those paths, excess, drugs, sex, and alcohol. All those experiences can be funky. They can be very funky. but they're just past, a diversion, not the answer. A lot of people that come see us now, their parents listen to real music, real songwriting, real musicianship, and they respect somebody who takes their craft seriously. I grew up that way, so when we do our shows, I try to have my best musicians I can find with me at that particular time. And like I said, we don't play down to them. We made money online before piracy was real crazy. Nobody's making money now except phone companies, Apple and Google. I'm supposed to go to the White House to talk about copyright protection. It's like a gold rush out there or a carjacking. There's no boundaries. I don't vote. The reason why is that I'm one of the Jehovah Witness, and we've never voted. President Obama is a very smart individual, and he seems like he means well. Privacy is what we all have to go by now. All right, guys. So let me close this off, and I will pull up his after I this is supposedly, this is allegedly his I don't know if it's etched in stone. I have no idea if it is his or not, but I will pull it up, kind of skim through it real fast, okay? But I do want to close out his personal information. Okay. I mean, just to show you guys what it is. And then I'll go over it real fast. Okay. All right. That's why, well, one reason I have it this way. I can't make it no bigger, guys. So I'm just saying, it says Midway Medical Examiner's Office in Ramsey MN. It's got doctor's names, press release. It says, as of June 2nd, 2016, the Midwest Medical Examiner's Office has completed its death investigation of Prince Rogers Nelson. The Midwest Medical Examiner's Office hereby release all public data related to this death investigation as specifically defined in Minnesota statute, section 13.83. This public data includes the manner and cause of death. Under Minnesota law, all other medical examiner data is considered private or non-public data. The medical examiner's office is unable to make any further comments about this death investigation of Prince Nelson. The Carver County Sheriff's Office continues its investigation. All right, guys. Now, like I said, it's just showing us personal information, so I'm going to go through it real fast without saying his personal information. Midwest Medical Examiner's Office, I mean, it does have his name. I don't know if you guys can see it, but you know, I can't get it no bigger, but it does have his name. It's got his date of birth. It has his address at the time. Says he was divorced. Occupation, artist, business, music, USA. He was Black African American. He was age 57. He never served in the military. Descendants, place of birth, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Father was John Nelson, mother Maddie Nelson. Type of disposition, cremation. Unknown, a burial place and location. Funeral home, Cremation Society of Minnesota. Let's see. Date of injury was unknown. Death at work, no. And how injury occurred, the descendant self-administered fentanyl. He was 63 inches tall, weighed 112 pounds. Wow, that's tiny. I love you, mermaid. I hope you're doing well, honey. Prayers for you. Hair color was black. Eye color was brown. Complexion was light. And built was petite. It says scar and amputation. Scar left hip. Scar right lower leg. Description of descendant's clothing. Black cap, black shirt, gray undershirt, black pants, black boxer briefs, and black socks. Wow, they go into massive detail. Autopsy performed was yes. Manner was accidental. And the only cause that they list was fentanyl toxicity and other significant conditions. And it was signed by the doctor. And there it is right there. I don't, like I said, I'm not 100% sure if that is the legit thing, but you know, I'm just sharing it with you guys. So, I mean, allegedly that is the real thing. Hey, Night Demon, good to see you. I hope you're doing well. As far as I know, I mean, I can't say it's real. I can't, you know, allegedly that is his real results. So I don't know. But he was an awfully tiny guy. He was tall and it weighed 112 pounds. Wow. Wow. That's tiny, teeny tiny, real skinny. All right, guys, let's pull up the rest of this. Okay, I got that. I went over that, so let me get that out of the way. I love the song "The Most Beautiful Girl in the World." He wrote for his girlfriend at the time, Vanessa Marcelli, my girl crush. She's in the video. Aw, awesome. She and he shared clothes. He was tiny. He was tiny. I mean, like just by allegedly, if that was actually legit. I mean, I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying it is, and I have no idea. But I figured, I would still share it with you. But 112 pounds. Wow, tiny. Tall and skinny. But yeah, I got my Purple Rain shirt, guys. See? Prince and the Revolution. I was like, you know what? I got to support. All right, guys. Let me get to this one. You're welcome, Mermaid Honey. I hope that everything is going okay. I hope everything will be okay. And I hope that your babies are okay, honey. All right. All right. Like I said, this is another website that we've been using. And I love it. And it's got the, I don't know if you guys can, I'm really bad with shirts, but I don't know if you guys can see it or not. It's got the motorcycle on it. Just like the picture, the thumbnail. I was like, heck yeah. And it says Purple Rain. Yes, I love it. All right. Sorry, I had to push my chair all the way back. Whew. Anyway. Okay, this was IMDb, which I do share a lot. I think it's very good information. All right, so I'm gonna go over this kind of speedy to the certain ones that we've kind of already went over. My husband has a vinyl of that album. I bet you that's awesome. Well, hold on, guys. Paper fail. Oh, a second. Like spray bleach, it was the only one I had paid for that much for and was messed up on purpose. But same pick as yours. Oh, cool. Guys, my eyes are giving me a fit. I'm just going to keep my camera off. They're just really, truly giving me a fit. Born June 7th, 1958, Minneapolis, Minnesota, USA. I can never say that correctly. Died April 21st, 2016, Paisley Park, Chan Hansen, Minnesota, USA. Accidental fentanyl overdose. Birth name is Prince Roger Nelson. Now, these are his nicknames, guys, and he's got several. The purple one, his royal badness. Skipper, the high priest of pop. The Prince of Funk, the artist formerly known as Prince. Joey Coco says he was actually he really wasn't that tall. I was thinking I was looking at the inches where it said 63 or something like that. I don't know. He was 5'2.5", but he was still a little guy. Only weighed 112 pounds. He's still a little feller. Mini bio: Prince Rogers Nelson was born in Minneapolis, Minnesota, to Mattie Shaw, jazz singer and social worker, and John L. Nelson, a Lasiris Lick. Lord have mercy. Hold on, guys. All right. Let's see. His parents were both from African American families, from Louisiana. His father's stage name was Prince Rogers. They separated during his youth, which led him to move back and forth Prince had troubled relationship with his stepfather, which led him to run away from home. Prince was adopted by a family called the Andersons. Prince soon after became friends with Anderson's son, Andre Anderson Simone. Together, along with Charles Smith, they joined a band called the Grand Central. The band later renamed themselves Champagne and were a fairly successful live band, however, soon diminished. Prince, at the age of 18, started working on high quality demo tracks with Chris Moon. With these demo tracks, Prince eventually ended up signing a record contract with Warner Brothers Records and was the youngest producer associated with the label. Prince made his debut on the record label with his 1978 album For You. It was a strong, successful album. However, it was fair for a beginning artist and ranked 163 on the U.S. pop charts. Prince's next release would tend to do much better on the charts with his singles Why You Want to Treat Me So Bad and I Want to Be Your Lover in 1979. This would start to introduce Prince as a person who presented sexuality explicit material into the music industry. However, Prince didn't begin to attract mainstream artists until he released his single in 1999. The single began to be noticed by MTV viewers, and this would make him a part of the mainstream music media. Prince released two more singles called The Little Red Corvette and Delirious. The album featured Prince's new band, The Revolution. In 1984, Prince would release what would be seen as an admired and profound masterpiece, the feature film soundtrack album, Purple Rain, in 1984. Prince's father contributed to this album by co-writing the chord sequence for a couple of his songs. Prince continued to give co-writing credit to his father on several other albums, as his famous chord sequence would be used in several of Prince's singles and albums. Are you really 6 feet? Wow. Hello, Tiptoe. Good to see you, sweetheart. I hope you're doing well. Wow, I'm 5'4.5", and I got to count that half. Wow, you're really tall, not crazy. A lot of Prince's songs did not agree with listeners, and one of his songs, Darling Nikki, prompted a group of people to start a censorship organization called Parents Music Resource Center, or PMRC, as the track implemented grinding and luxurious acts such as I don't know how you say it, like playing with a pleasuring yourself, which stunned listeners. Prince, however, continued to release various other singles with the same platform, his memorial releases being All Around the World, New Day, Parade, Love Sexy, and Batman. Wow. It was hard. It started with an M, but I don't know if I could say that, so y'all can just about get the gist. Prince released a sequel to Purple Rain in 1990 called Graffiti Bridge. A soundtrack album accompanied this movie entitled Graffiti Bridge. The film did terrible in box office and was nominated for several Razzie Awards. Many people saw the soundtrack album as the high point of the film. In 1991, Prince assembled a new band called the New Power Generation. With this band, he would release singles such as Diamonds and Pearls, Cream, and Get Off. Prince eventually changed his stage name from Prince to a symbol, which led people to call him the artist formerly known as Prince. Prince soon took back his old stage name. In the 1990s, Prince continued to release singles such as Cream, The Gold Experience, Chaos and Disorder, and Emancipation. With the rise of the new millennium, Prince released material such as religious album called The Rainbow Children, One Night Alone, The Chocolate Invasion, The Slaughterhouse, and had a collaboration with Stevie Wonder on Stevie's single called What the Fuss in 2005. Prince passed on April 21st, 2016 in Chanhassen, Minnesota at his Paisley Park recording studio complex. He was only 57. Hello, Justice Jane. It's good to see you, sweetheart. I hope you're doing well. Prince will be remembered as a musician and artist who inspired millions through his music and set an inspirational platform which others still abide by. Family. Manuelina Testoli, Lani, December 31st, 2001 to 2006, divorced. Maddie Garcia, which is February 14th, 1996 to February 14th, 1999, annulled, which is the one child. Hello, Paper Cut Tina. I hope everything went well over there. Yes, can't stop thinking about Summer. Something tells me that she's out there somewhere. We can only hope and pray, Rip. We can only hope and pray. Thank you, Tina, for the number 15, sweetheart. Parents was Matty Shaw and John L. Nelson. Okay, these are his trademarks, guys. And song titles usually replace two, or two with two, four with four, and you with you. Example, I would die for you. Colorful outfits and raunchy lyrics, high heels, odd-shaped guitars, high-pitched singing voice contrasting his baritone speaking voice, short stature, symbol O, and some kind of other things. I don't know. Like plus sign and something else. Uses purple as a recurring motive. All right, guys, here is the trivia. This is just more information about him. Hopefully, the Turtle Island went good, guys. I wasn't able to. I think I watched just a few minutes of it, and I had to jump over here. So hopefully everything went good. Okay, this is the trivia. Arrived an hour late to the 2007 Globe Awards due to traffic and missed accepting the Golden Globe for Best Song for Happy Feet 2006. Justin Timberlake accepted the award for him after an awkward silence waiting for him to come on stage. He did so in an amusing fashion by crouching down to a shorter height and raising his voice to accept the award for Prince. Hugh Grant later announced that he had finally arrived after being stuck in gridlock traffic and gave him an opportunity to stand and receive applause for his win. On 10/16/96, his son, Matei Garcia, was born with a rare skull disease, Prefer's syndrome. I'm probably saying that wrong, guys. I apologize. And unable to breathe without a vent. The child was taken off life support on 23rd of October and passed. Oh, that's terrible. So sad. So sad. He was only 7 days old, guys. Wow, not even a week old. Holy moly. He was one of the very few musicians who wrote, produced, and composed all of their music themselves. On most of his albums, he played all the instruments himself, except for the brass instruments, though he did have a backing band for concerts. His songwriting skills provided hits for others such as Kaka Chan, Sinead O'Connor, and Dorna Knott. He was diagnosed with epilepsy as a child and had seizures through his early childhood. However, it wasn't until 2009 in an interview with PBS Tavis Smiley that he openly talked about this. One of the very few celebrities to go public about their experience as someone living with epilepsy. He also credited epilepsy with motivating him to become a performer. Wow. On 7/7/07, wow, he thrilled his hometown fans by providing 3 shows over 12 hours, only stopping when police shut him down. The Minneapolis native first performed at the department store to promote his new cologne, cramping 9 songs into a 45-minute set. He then played that night at the Target Center Arena. He capped the night with the return of the First Avenue, the club he made famous in Purple Rain 1984. Let's see. Minnesota's governor and the Minneapolis mayor issued proclamations honoring him, and fans flew in from all over the country to see the performer. After the Target Center, he waited until nearly 2:45 a.m. before starting the First Avenue show. The first time he had played at the club since 1987, the city lets play until 4 a.m. He was 15 songs in 70 minutes into a 24-song set. When he announced from the stage, "Authorities say we got to go. We always listen to the authorities. I promise I'll be back." During the filming of Purple Rain 1984, he was told one day by director Albert Magnoli that the film needed to montage song that dealt with heavily on emotions. Prince responded with 2 songs the very next morning, written, produced, and recorded. One of the songs was smash hit When Doves Cry. In November 2005, he was told by his doctors that he would need a hip replacement following years of energetic dancing on stage. He was to duet with Michael Jackson on his album Bad, but could not decide on the words to the song. He didn't like the first lyric, Your Butt Is Mine. Wow. Okay. Played the song 1999 after his New Year's party in 1999, which was televised at the Rave into the year 2000. Then announced he was retiring the song. In true fashion, he did a U-turn and reinstated the song in full in 2007, last performing in 2015. Was one of the very few artists who denied Weird Al Yankovic permission to Prodigy any of his songs. After years of asking, Weird Al obtained Video Prodigy permission, and the video for UHF 1989 includes a sequence that spoofs the bathtub intro for the video of When Doves Cry. The symbol to which he changed his name, which is best rendered as either O plus something. It's hard for me to see this. In normal ASC double I characters originated in and was borrowed from him from ancient Europe. Grandmother had hers replaced. Oh, bless her heart. I hope she's doing okay, Rift. Died on 4/21/16, 67 days after the death of his longtime prodigy and former girlfriend, Denise Catherine Matthews, better known as Vanity. She died on 2/15/2016, 14 years to the day after his mother, Maddie Della Barker, Maddie Shaw, also known as Maddie Nelson. In his An Evening with Kevin Smith 2002, film director Kevin Smith said that he learned during shooting of the documentary for Prince that he has made about 50 fully produced music video songs that were never released in any kind of form. Oh, I'm so sorry, Rift. I'm so sorry, brother. I apologize. I hate to hear that, honey. I'm so sorry. In May of 2000, he dropped the symbol O plus whatever that is. He adopted as his name. He used this symbol because he considered his record contract with Warner Brothers Records obsessive. The contract expired in 2000. One of the most acclaimed musicians of his generation, he was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in March 2004. Lord have mercy, I can't even talk. He was also voted the 28th greatest rock and roll artist of all times by Rolling Stone magazine. He was inducted into the UK Music Hall of Fame for outstanding contribution to British music, an integral part of British music culture. In November of 2006, he was ranked number 18 on VH1's 100 Greatest Artists of Rock and Roll and number 5 on VH1's 100 Sexiest Artists. Wow, you're a 5'11" mermaid? Wow. Yeah, I'm telling you, there's some tall people in here. I'm only 5'4.5", and I count that half. Daggone it. See, me and Hippie Grandma, we're about the same height. In his 1984 album Purple Rain sold 13 million copies in the U.S. His 2006 tour made him the most lucrative live performer of the year. His 69-city, 96-show tour took $87.4 million, beating Celine Dion's Las Vegas residency, which came in second, taking at $80.4 million. Hey, don't be rude, evil lady. He sold 100 albums worldwide during his lifetime. He performed at the Super Bowl XL1 halftime show in Miami, Florida, to a worldwide television audience of 140 million viewers on 2407. During high school, he was band called Champagne with his cousin Charles Chaz Smith and friends Morris Day and friend Andre Shimon, then called Andre Anderson, and Andre's sister Linda Anderson, William Doughty, and Tara Jackson. Shared a strong interest in silent screen star Clara Bow with friend and former girlfriend Sherilyn Fenn. Was known as Gazoo in school because he had a huge afro and a small body. Gazoo was a flying space guy in the Flintstones 1960 cartoon series with a giant head covered by a space helmet. Known for his colorful outfits and explicit flaunting and expressing his strong sexuality during his performances in his early days, despite being a devout Christian, they all changed in 2001 on becoming a Jehovah's Witness due to his religious beliefs that sexy lyrics and tight, skimpy clothing were dropped. He also insisted that no one swear around him. Hello, Ghost. Good to see you, brother. Hope you're doing well. Oh, my goodness. He performed a composition written by his father, John L. Nelson, and the music of Purple Rain 1984 called Father Son. The main melody was also part of the song from Purple Rain's 1984 soundtrack called The Computer Blue. Started the careers of Vanity and Carmen Electra among others. Reportedly has enough unreleased music in his vault at Paisley Park to fill albums for the next century. But since he has no will, it is unknown if any of it will ever be made public. A very short man, he often had to wear large shoes on stage so he wasn't dwarfed by some female singers. Wow. His home, Paisley Park, is set to become a public monument like Graceland became to Elvis Presley. In Fargo, 1996, a drive-by witness to a murder is credited as O. Direct reference to Prince's stage name at the time. This is actually a reference to the fact that both he and the directors Joel Cohen and Ethan Cohen are from Minnesota. He joined Sylvester Stallone, Robert Bengali, Kevin Costner, William Shatner, and Tom Green as being the only actors to direct themselves in performances that would win them a Razzie Award for Worst Actor. Let's see. Elton John and BBC Arts editor Will Gomperz both described him upon his death as the best live performer they ever seen. Son of jazz pianist John L. Nelson. On 5/10/10, he merited a place in Times Magazine, the 100 most influential people in the world, artist category, with a homage penned by Usher. Was working on his memoirs when his brother when he passed. In the late 1990s, he requested to be referred to as simply the artist, since his initial intention when he changed his name to O was not to be referred to Prince. Unfortunately, that was not going to well, considering everyone was calling him the artist formerly known as Prince because the symbol had no public pronunciation. Provided the music for Girl 6, 1996 as Prince. It was the only time he referred to himself as Prince from 1993 to 2000. Wow. The symbol he used as his name was also the name of Warner Brothers, the name of his last Warner Brothers album as Prince, which was released just a few months before his name change. He recorded as Prince since then on his independently distributed self-released albums and those licensed to RCA, BMG Records, and Columbia SME Records. Universal Music Group has been granted permission to release the post 1995 music in his vault, which will begin streaming on the night of the Grammys 2017. Was the winner of the British Phonographic Industry Awards for International Act and Soundtrack for Purple Rain in 1985. He was also the winner of the Brit Award for International Solo Artist in 2 consecutive years, 1992 and 1993. Founder of Paisley Park Records. On 6/7/93, he changed his stage name to O. And then it's got some kind of other weird thing. On 5/19/2017, a Minnesota judge ruled that his 6 siblings are heirs to his estate. Mentioned an Eminem song, Without Me. Wrote a song for his friend Jackie Swanson entitled Palimio Pleasure Ride. Lived with English singer Anna Florence from when she was 17. He wrote the song's Coat of Pink Cashmere, a gift he gave her. Lemon Crush and Vicky Waiting for Her. Dwayne Wade was his favorite basketball player. The Oklahoma City Thunder was his favorite basketball team. His estate is estimated to be worth as much as $300 million. Mentioned in a song, Shoot, by Salt-N-Pepa. Wow. Following his death, several comparisons were made in the media between he and the British rock star David Bowie, who had died 3 months earlier. Soul singer Micah Paris called Prince our Black Bowie. BBC arts editor Will Goperez said Prince had taken over from Bowie as the world's greatest rock star in the mid-'80s, while Bowie was going through a creative dip. Let's see. On 5/8/2007, he held a press conference to announce his intention to perform 21 shows in London. Wow. Mentioned in thrash metal band Sacred Reach's song 31 Flavors. Covers of 2 of his songs were so successful they actually surpassed the sales of the original. The Art of Noise featuring Tom Jones, Kiss, 1988, and Sinead O'Connor, Nothing Compares to You, in 1990. Mentioned in the 1999 Bloodhound Gang song Bad Touch. He never allowed his voice to be recorded while being interviewed. The interviewer could only make notes of what he was saying. His hit Raspberry Beret from the 1985 album Around the World in a Day was successfully covered as a rock song in 1990 by Hindu Love Gods. His ex-wife, Manuela Testoni, married Halle Berry's ex-husband Eric Benet at the resort at Pelican Hill, Newport Beach, California on 7/31/11. Among the guests were Samuel L. Jackson, Nancy Nash, Sean Robinson, and Matt Boner. Testoni and Bennett were an item for 4 years before getting married. Bennett has an older daughter, India Bennett, who they raised alongside with their daughters Lucille, Bella, and Amora Luna. Hello, Silver Girl. It's good to see you, sweetheart. I hope you're doing well. Okay, here's his quotes, and there ain't a whole lot. There's not a whole lot at all. You can always originate a record contract. You just go in and say, I think my next project will be country and western album. People say I'm wearing heels because I'm short. I wear heels because the women like them. Wow. Okay. Cool means being able to hang with yourself. All you have to ask yourself is there anybody I'm afraid of? Is there anybody who, if I walked into a room and saw, I'd get nervous? If not, then you're cool. I never really got off the awards so much. I think it's more of people who give them, and also for the fans. I get a lot of props from people on the street and have a lot of love and congratulations, pats on the back. So it's a good feeling, the after effects. I got more hits than Madonna got kids. Oh my goodness gracious. I don't see why I should give new music to iTunes or anyone else. They will not give me an advance for it. And they did get mad when they don't get it. All computers and digital gadgets are no good. They just fill your head with numbers and they're not good for you. It's fun being Islamic countries to know there's only one religion. There's order. You wear a burqa. There's no choice. People are happy with that. I love you too, Tiny Treasure. Have a wonderful night, sweetheart. We'll see you soon, darling. It's fun. At this point, I wouldn't want to jinx it by meeting him. His arrangements are incredible. I'll just send him a tape. We talk on the phone, and he sends me the finished orchestra tracks. Hear that? I'm going to get that chord on the radio. On his then nearly decade and a half long working relationship with arranger Clary Fisher, whom by his own choice Prince never had and never would meet face to face, as quoted in January 2000 issue of Keyboard magazine, reprinted in 2001 compilation Keyboard presents Synth Gods. With special thanks to Clary Fisher for making brighter the colors black and white from closing credits of Under the Cherry Moon 1986. She makes it easier to talk to God. Freedom is a beautiful thing. A strong spirit transcends rules. We need to tell them that we keep trying to ram Katy Perry and Ed Sheeran down our throats, and we don't like it no matter how many times they play it. I believe in one God. I pray to him every night. I don't ask for much. I just say thank you. If you don't know your own master's on you. Rolling Stone interview 1996 about self-determination in the music industry. All right, there's that one. And then I come across one more, guys. Let's see. All right. This is from Medical Daily. Could Prince's epilepsy have contributed to his creativity? How the seizure disorder can affect artists. This is mental health wise, guys. And there he is performing on the Pepsi halftime show at the Super Bowl. Says it was a sad day Thursday when pop star superstar Prince passed away after about a flu. While authorities still aren't sure what exactly caused his death, a rep for the singer confirmed he was sick for several weeks, at times incapacitated to the point he had canceled dates for his piano and a microphone tour. Prince had struggled with his health before. In 2009, he told PBS that he suffered from epilepsy as a child and has experienced hip problems throughout his career. Prince's popularity was anchored in his unique style, catchy hits, and flashy persona, but could these qualities have been influenced by his disorder? Prince himself once said that his colorful onstage personality was a way to compensate for his illness. It's no surprise then, as Slate correspondent Kathy Waldman pointed out, his songs often evoked a hallucinatory scene and invited you into an altered state of consciousness. Some experts and patients suggest epilepsy can spur creative impulses in the brain, where the chronic disorder originates. Hello, Rocket Queen. It's good to see you, sweetheart. I hope you're doing well, darling. The disorder is marked by abnormal electrical impulses capable of causing seizures and altering movement, behavior, sensation, and awareness. These seizures are often unprovoked and recurrent. Though it's usually mood disorders that are associated with creativity, epilepsy has been attributed as a source of many famous artists' imaginary sensibilities. Seizures can be so powerful that they provoke hallucinations and intense sensations of fear, fury, or even joy. One major theory is that hallucinations are caused when someone goes wrong in the relationship between the brain's frontal lobe and the sensory cortex. Neuropsychologist Flav Walters, a professor at the University of Western Australia, told the Australian Broadcasting Corporation, ABC, hallucinations are thought to occur in people with schizophrenia and LSD users. But ABC reported almost 2 out of 3 people have been denying hallucinations. To those in the arts, these feelings can serve as powerful inspiration. Comedian and actor Dan Mitchell suffers from epilepsy and said that his seizures did just that. That shake up the mind often gives me strange ideas, vivid images, words connected bizarrely, as if someone had emptied the toy box of my mind and joined together bits of mental Lego and a Rubik's Cube and produced something that no one has seen before, he wrote for The Guardian. Other deeply talented artists such as Edgar Allan Poe and Vincent van Gogh may have suffered from temporal lobe epilepsy, a type of epilepsy in which abnormal impulses begin in the area of the brain associated with visual memory, language comprehension, and emotional association. After developing this form of condition, some people develop visual artistic abilities. The creativity, however, may dampen if a patient chooses to control their epileptic seizures with medication. The big idea has also stopped. Mitchell wrote of the decision to begin taking medication. The weird and colorful connections that made my work different have seemingly dried up. It could be writer's block or it could be coincidence. But I suspect that it has something to do with the needs. Mitchell added that he doesn't know if he's willing to risk the ability of health for wild ideas that accompanied his seizures, and question that may plague many epileptic artists. It's very possible that Prince not only consciously drew inspiration from his epilepsy, but that he did so subconsciously as well. Unfortunately, the condition may have also played a role in his death. Those with neurological conditions are more likely to fall victim to complications if they catch a flu. It's unclear where or not he was controlling condition at the time of his death, but regardless of his epilepsy contributed to his creativity. Prince's success will not soon be forgotten. All right, guys. That was all the information that I had on Prince. Let me know what y'all think about it. Let me know what y'all think about what I know I went over a lot of stuff, but I want to keep these people's stories alive. And, if they're no longer with us, we want to keep them, keep their stories alive. Hold on just a second, guys. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. Well, I will show them Rift when more, because I only have a few pictures of the animals right now. So more people send me pictures of their animals, and I will do it. That's kind of like the same as when I was talking about sending a picture of your tattoo, and we can guess what it is. But nobody real. I mean, I had a few people send me their tattoos, but it wasn't very many. So if y'all want, if we want, like, have a open panel one night and share pictures of our fur babies, whether it's cat, dog, turtle, whatever animal you have, and we can guess what their names are and who they belong to. But y'all got to send them in to me, guys. I can't do it if I only have just a very few pictures. It only makes for a short guessing game. So if y'all have, even if you're watching the replay, if y'all have any fur babies, send them to my email or send them to my Facebook, and let me know what their names are. I won't play, but it'll be a guessing game. Okay, Rift. It'll be a guessing game, and we can figure out who they belong to, and we'll have a panel, but we'll just it'll just be a guessing game who the fur babies belong to and what possibly their names will be. Posting my cats so they will know who and names, but tattoos are a mystery. You can always post your cats. I haven't even seen your cat, so you're good. It just gives people, and it's kind of like a game, but we guess the name of the cat, so we don't know your cat's names, and I don't even think I've ever seen them. So just send them to me. It'll just be an easy. It'll be kind of like a game, but it'll be with the fur babies, so we could meet y'all's fur babies in picture, or if you pull them up on screen or whatever. Yes, send it to my email or send it to if you're friends with me on Facebook. Either way, the more pictures, the better, because I only got a handful of pictures right now, guys, and we want to make it a pretty good show. So I got to have as much animal pictures as possible. Like I said, it doesn't matter if you got pet turtle, pet fish, whatever. If just take a picture of it, send it to me, and just give me, tell me who you are. If it's an email, tell me who you are and tell me the name of your fur baby. Like I said, I will not be involved, because it's sent to me, so I already know. But you guys can guess. You guys can guess who they belong to and what their names are. And I think it's going to be pretty cool. It'll be something different. Well, then there you go, Undercover Mermaid. And a lot of kitty cats look the same. So if you didn't put their names in, that's even better. Okay. All right, not crazy. It just makes it interesting. And we get to, and I always say you guys are a part of the family. So why not, why not, sorry about that, my thing's going crazy. Why not have the fur babies involved too, because they're also part of the family. You guys are a part of our family, so we might as well meet the fur babies, even if it's through picture. Or if y'all have, you can send me a picture. You can send me if there's a TikTok or whatever that's got your fur babies in it. If there's like you did like a little mini video clip or something like that, just send it to me. And like I said, tell me who you are if you're sending in the email, and what your fur babies' names are. And I'll save them to my computer, and then I will try to figure out how to put their name on it. I'm not for sure, but I'll figure out something. My husband and I lived on a ranch. We had 25 chickens, 10 cows, 2 goats, 4 cats, 4 desert turtles, and 2 fur babies. Oh, how awesome! How awesome is that? You had all kinds of fur babies. A farm, yes. Yes, absolutely. But yes, and then eventually we will do the guess the tattoo, who it belongs to. We'll see the tattoo. We'll be able to look at everybody's art. And even if you don't have tattoos, like if your significant other has tattoos or your best friend has tattoos or whatever, somebody real close to you, if you don't have tattoos, or send me a picture of a tattoo maybe one day you might eventually want, and just tell me who you are, and then people can guess whose tattoo or whose design they think that would be or whatever. Oh, honey, I have like 45 or 50 tattoos. Rebel, he's got like 200. He's got a buttload. He's got a buttload, guys. He's got a buttload. And he says, I'm running out of space. No, you ain't. You still got room. Come here. And Rebel changed his name. Well, he didn't change his name. He just added 2 skulls. That's cool. That's cool, babe. I told you. He said he has over 300. I got like 45 or 50. Well, you might not have tattoos, not crazy, but if there's maybe a picture, maybe one day, if you ever want, if you had the thought of getting one, send it to me. Send it to me and just say, this is a thought. Maybe I might get it one day. Or if your husband has any tattoos, or if your best friend has any tattoos, just tell me who it belongs to. And that, we can guess from your point of view. If you don't have any tattoos, you can always pick, a special person, or just pick a tattoo that you're thinking that you might like to have one day. And just, like I said, just tell me who you are, and people can guess who that image is that they think that my husband is my boyfriend. Oh, well, oh, my husband is my best friend. Sorry. I'm telling you, my eyes are really bothering me, guys. My eyes are really bothering me. Well, if he has any tattoos, I could never decide what I'd want permanent on me. Well, you don't have to be, you don't have to. I mean, you can play along. You can play along, honey. I'm telling you, this one eye is bothering me so bad. It's kind of like a blurry top. So I'm trying to read I'm looking here and looking here, making sure. Even if you don't have no tattoos, I mean, if y'all have tattoos, send them to me, and we'll make it as long as possible. And then, well, I mean, your fur babies first. Do the fur babies first. I've got steroid eye drops, and it's still bothering me. I went to the eye doctor and everything, and they said it was allergies. And it's not really like a sleep. It's just like, I don't know. It's this eye right here, and it's really bothering me. Like, it's kind of like a blur look, and it happens every now and then. I don't know. I have no idea. It's really weird. It's really weird. But yeah, that's what I said. Y'all can always be involved if y'all don't have any fur babies, or if you don't have any tattoos. You can still be involved. You can still be involved. I want everybody to be involved in the guessing game and see who the fur babies belong to, or if what tattoos that they belong to. You're fine, Tina. You don't have to have tattoos to play, but I was just saying, if you do, or by chance there's a tattoo that you eventually might want, or something like that, just send it to me. Just send it to me, guys. But first things first, do the fur babies first, because I do have pictures of them. So please send the fur babies if you have any fur babies. Whatever kind of animal you have, we want to see them. We want to meet them. So please send them over. Yeah, sure. Okay, honey. Sure, why not? Sure, the more the merrier. Because I know a lot of people have a lot of fur babies. I myself, and I won't show you, which y'all can guess. So but I have 3 fur babies, 2 fur babies. Well, actually, I do have 3 fur babies. Yeah, but just make sure you give me their names. Like, if you send me a picture, like picture number 1 is such and such. Picture number 2 is such and such. What I mean? That way I can put the name to the picture when we do the live. But I mean, I'll give everybody enough time to send enough in. And I know Miss Tina has a bunch of fur babies too. I know you want a turtle, but I know Tina, and there's a lot of people in chat that have a bunch of fur babies. So why not send it over? We want to see your fur babies. They're part of the family too. That's what I always say. They're part of the family too, guys. And when you're sending the picture, make sure well, I mean, if people don't know what you look like, then it's okay. But if you want to, like, if there's a picture of you with your fur baby, if you want to just kind of, if you feel comfortable showing the picture with your face or whoever's in the picture, that's perfectly fine. But if you want to black it out, that's fine too. Whatever y'all feel comfortable with. We're just showing the fur baby. So I want to make sure that everybody feels comfortable, and we can do a guessing game whenever. It might be next week sometime. We'll say that. Give people enough chance to send them in to me, and that way I can put them all together, say who, on my end, say who goes with who, what their names are, and I'll probably have to double check with y'all to make sure that I have the names correctly. You know what I mean? So it'll be a work in progress, but at least we can go ahead and get the ball rolling on the pictures and the names, and then I'll figure out how to do a slideshow or save them to my computer or Whatever. I'll figure it out. Guys. I'm not tech savvy, but maybe Rebel can help me. I'll figure it out. I sure will. That's okay, Tina. That's okay, honey. If you want to, because I know you have a bunch of fur babies. If y'all want to do like a group photo, you could say, well, the brown one is this name, and the white one's this name, and the black one's this name, and the colorful one's this name. If you want to do it like that, that's fine. Instead of sending like a buttload of pictures, if you want to do it like a group photo, you can do it like that too. Whichever you feel comfortable in. I just got to have, the pictures and the name. So whatever. Because I want you guys to be involved too. I just want to, mix it up a little bit and do things different. Because who don't like to see fur babies? That's very positive. Everybody loves to see animals, especially if y'all got like a silly video and your animal's doing something crazy. We can have a good laugh or whatever. Or you got a silly picture of your fur baby, whatever you want to do. Just send it in to me. And that'll be an enjoyable live. And like I said, and I'll give you guys time. As soon as I have enough to make a fairly decent show on the guessing game and stuff, then I will let you guys know for sure when it will be. It will probably more than likely be on either do well, once I just say like a week. But it's just, we're just going to do it as soon as possible. So as soon as people can get it in and I have enough, then I will let you guys know. Does that work? Because like I said, I got a few pictures of fur babies, but I do not have enough to make a good guessing game. You know what I mean? So we'll either do it on Sunday, because I know we do, this on Sundays, but we can, we could either do it on a Sunday or we could do it on an open panel Wednesday, whichever. So just to change it up a little bit, But Rebel said something about he might be going live tomorrow night. I'm not really for sure. If he does, then I will be going live after him. I have no idea what we're going to cover. We might just come in here and shoot the shit per se, just talk, but I will let you guys know for sure. Because there's I got a lot of different topics, but I don't really know really what to talk about, because I have so much, but so we are for sure, like I said, in every live, every Friday, every Saturday is karaoke. That is every weekend, and they are doing amazing. Thank you guys so much. We have some amazing, talented people. So please send more over this way. They are more than welcome to come over and sing a tune and let themselves shine and just come over and be themselves. All positivity, guys. All positivity. So I'm getting ready to jump off here because the kiddos got school in the morning, and I'm going to try to do something with my eye, maybe warm rag or something. I don't know. It's aggravating me. But thank you guys so much for coming in here, and hopefully we'll learn more about Prince and the difference that he made in the world while he was alive. Seemed like he accomplished a lot, guys. He accomplished a lot. So, and then we showed pictures of his museum and stuff like that. So very interesting. And I love this because it gets you to know the person more, even if they're by chance no longer with us. Rest in peace, Prince. But if they're no longer with us, we can keep their story going. If they're still with us, we can keep their story going up until this point, what they've done with their lives so far. Either way, just a positive encouragement and inspirational story. So, and then I'm just going to let you guys know, I'm going to be putting in the community post, my community post a poll, and y'all can vote who you want to hear for next Sunday's live. I'm doing it in the community post because I know a whole lot of people, they miss a lot of lives, which is fine. I understand. And people go back and rewatch it. That's perfectly fine. I completely understand, but I put it in the community post because, a community post, you can put it in there whenever you want to, and anybody can vote, not just specifically in a live. So that gives more people a chance to vote. And then I'll announce it Wednesday. I'm going to put it in tomorrow. So I will announce it Wednesday who we are going to be talking about. And that gives people a couple of days to get some votes in. So make sure y'all look on the community page tomorrow. I'm not really for sure what time, but just keep your eyes on the community page. And once it pops in, and I'll put down 4 names and who we want to talk about. So I know that's been a positive, inspirational change in a lot of people's lives. Then I will announce who we are going to be talking about on Wednesday. So I will put it in tomorrow and let you guys know Wednesday who won the poll vote and who we're going to talk about. So y'all have a wonderful night. I love each and every one of you guys. And I always say this before I go. Lift each other up, be there for one another, and support one another no matter what. Be a difference in this evil world that we live in, please. And you don't know what somebody's going through, and you don't know what they're currently going through or what they went through in the past. So just be kind to one another. Be kind to one another. Good night, crazy lady. Much love, sweetheart. Thank you for coming, darling. Yeah, just be kind to one another. And, like I said, don't be no better than nobody else, because we're all human. Nobody's better than nobody, but be a better person than what you was yesterday. Make a difference in somebody's life. Make a difference in somebody's life, guys. And then, I always say this too, be careful with your words. They might be easily forgiven, but they will never be forgotten once they're said. So please just be kind to one another as much as you possibly can. Don't take no crap, but just be kind to one another as much as you possibly can. So I love you guys. Y'all have a wonderful night, and I will see you guys tomorrow. It'll be around 10:30 p.m. Eastern. And like I said, I think Rebel said he might go live. So if y'all haven't subbed up to Rebel, it's Tattooed Rebel 2229. And hit the notifications to all, so that way y'all can see when he does go live, if he does go live tomorrow. Love you guys. Y'all have a wonderful night, and thank you guys so much for coming in here. If y'all are watching the replay, please leave me a comment, hit the like, share, and subscribe, and let me know what you think of the information that I went over for Prince. So I love you guys. Y'all have a wonderful night, and thank you guys again. Virtual hugs in y'all's way. I love y'all, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Okay, see ya. Peace.